I previously described a 90 days brute force approach to paying off my student loans in one go if I had so much money. And I described 5 different options for kind of like where the money might come from, including work, like a paycheck, a soulmate, my Papa Craig, my Papa Gillespie, an investor for my cardiology/physiology stuff, and then like funds from deceased or publicly deceased soulmate of mine. And so this is a video to address the Papa Craig, which leaves I need to cover the paycheck and investor kind of at standalone level. So this is a hindsight ruminating Papa Craig and student loans balance via H&R Block soulmate work. So this is if I was adopted and I'm living with my adoptive family, how hindsight ruminating because of how would things have played out had I not been adopted, kind of meets maybe he would have offered to pay for school because he has the means to do that. So then he would like to give me money to repay the student loans. This repayment in that 90 days brute force approach, this kind of option I've described. And I think if he had been kind of forceful, like I want to pay for your college, I think it would have been a growth opportunity for both of us. To be honest, I'm strong enough. It would have been like, I want to learn about financial responsibility in this setting, whether or not I have already. And perhaps a way for me to do that would be, go and talk to H&R Block. Like, even no matter how much you provide for my student loans, maybe being like, how am I at just like consulting a financial advisor? And so H&R Block, if none other than does this show up on taxes, that kind of thing. But then also balancing that with what I did work, but if my Papa Craig, my Papa Gillespie had been in the journey, a soulmate might have as well. So kind of a balancing act between those. And if I'd gotten some money, like at the time from soulmate, he might have been pushy and been like, I don't want you to do that, especially if they're physically abusive, and I'm like, well, maybe we can work on something else and figure that out. Like, if they're physically abusive, maybe we should think about, I'm a person who's very much like, don't touch me. So like, if I'm physically abused, how do we heal together after that happens without like you touching me, right? Like, if a family member shouldn't come up and be like, oh my gosh, let me see your face, like that. If I was physically assaulted by a soulmate of mine, I'd be inappropriate. I just got touched how I didn't want to get touched. You think it's okay for you to do that? No. All right. So I choose my soulmate every time. So like, maybe instead it's getting in the same car, but not necessarily touching and going getting donuts or something like that. All right. So something that's true to us. And then there's, yeah, I think that's kind of it. If I'm brain farting, I'm brain farting. Oh, so if I had gone that path, what's something I might have learned? Like maybe I would have become, and maybe it's still in queue, so to speak, in my life of becoming like financially savvy. And part of my financial stuff is they end up investigating and they find I was born in North Seattle. My Papa Craig was born in Ireland and my Mama Gillespie was born in Norway. That'd be kind of cool. That explains some of the stuff on some level for me anyway, for this channel. So there we go.